Hey guys, Krisha here. Please be cautious of any fake comments and emails you may receive from people pretending to be Mango Research. And what's up, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is going to be a very quick update on Luna. So now today what we're going to be talking about is targets. I know that Luna is in blue sky breakout. I mean, just look at this. But hey, believe me when I say I got some solid targets for you guys that are in this trade. And for those of you who are not in this trade and are looking to get in and wondering, are we going to see a pullback here? Well, I'm going to show you a plausible play that may be there on the 4-hour time frame that could sort of give us a tip on a potential pullback. Now, Sean has already sort of front run me on this, and he's posted the play on the Mango Seed chat. So all you seedlings out there, go ahead and look at the chat because Sean has something there for you. And speaking of the seed program, I just want to give a big shout out to Ted Sheets, who's been actively playing Luna and been doing pretty freaking well on this chart. He's been so patient because there's one thing on this chart, guys. If you just look at it, right, and you look at it from this region right here, which is August 29th, all the way up to November 21st, this price action, I mean, just in face value, it doesn't look like much. However, the thing about Luna is that while this may look like a consolidation on the higher time frames, this entire range, believe it or not, was a good 46%. And Luna during this phase didn't look like it was trending anywhere, right? It just appeared that it was consolidating between a range, but this range was a highly profitable range. So now this is Luna USDT. Now before we get into the massive chunk of the price action, let's get on over to the Mango dashboard, shall we? And here we are, Mango dashboard on the 4-day time frame. So I wanted to bring the dashboard to your attention today because I noticed something very peculiar as far as Luna is concerned on the dashboard. If you look at this list, guys, the list here is ranked based on volume. Okay, not the gains or the reversals or the trends, volume. And I want you to notice that Luna right now on the 4-day time frame is rank 3. So yes, the trading volume for Luna is up there with the Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that is a massive green flag for me. So now we got the long signal on Luna 64 days ago. Yes, 64 days. So in spite of the recent downturn that we saw, in spite of that prolonged sort of consolidation, if you can even call it one, in a 40% range, after all of that, Luna still stayed long on the dashboard. And if you're someone who actually caught this trade based on the Mango dashboard, guys, you're still up a good 77% on this trade. Right. In fact, the dashboard has been pretty freaking neat at nailing many of the trades. Everything is green here. Jesus. How about the daily time frame? Let's go ahead and look at the daily time frame. Nice, in a sea of red, Luna is one of the few that's long here. Okay, so we got a bullish long signal that came in 5 days ago, and if you caught a trade on this, you're up a good 42%. Okay, sweet, and we can see that right now, right? From yesterday's dump that we saw across the board, I think many of the coins got nuked, but there were some that had these amazing pickups, and I believe Luna was one of them. We'll be going ahead and calculating the wick on that. How about the 4-hour time frame? I want to see what's happening on the 4-hour because we will be going over the 4-hour today. Okay, so Luna USDT on the 4-hour time frame is also long. This long trend signal came in 12 hours ago, and if you caught a trade on this 12 hours ago, you're already up a good 7%. All right, so now the dashboard on Luna is looking absolutely fantastic. So now let's get into the charts and see what's happening here. Now here we are, Luna on the 4-day time frame. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and draw out some key horizontals, shall we? So we got one here at $54.69. That was a horizontal that we had been holding as resistance now for some time, and I believe that we can draw in support right around here at around $36.96. I do believe that Luna is sort of stepping into a more aggressive trend than actually ranging right here. Okay, we can see that by just this previous 4-day break that we saw of $54.69. Price did break over that. Essentially, it was basically resistance turned into support, because notice what happened yesterday. When we saw that dump across the board, Luna came down as well, and where did it come down to? $54.67. In fact, it dipped down a bit lower, coming in at the lowest point of the wick was at $49.65. Let's see if that lines up with any cloud regions, shall we? And yeah, that was the Tenkin. Look at that. Look at that, Tenkin and 10 simple moving average. And notice how well it's been trending on the 21 as well as the Tenkin, right? So when you see signatures like this on the chart, guys, take note of these signatures. That price trends extremely well on the Tenkin and the 21 EMA. So every time it does come down there, it's a good bid to be had, because even if it does break, there's a good chance that you get a retest of that region. So what I mean by that is that if it broke the Tenkin to the downside, there's a good chance that we get a retest of the Tenkin so that you could get out in either break even or maybe even a slight profit at times, only for price to then continue to the downside. That's what assessing signatures can really do for you, okay, as a trader. Now we're seeing that, okay, Luna came down to the Tenkin, got that swift pickup that we've been seeing in other previous attempts, right, of dumps to the Tenkin. However, now this is the 4-day time frame. Another thing I noticed on this time frame, and I wanted to bring that up to your attention, was this rising set of channel right here, or you can say it's a rising wedge. Now Ted Sheets from the Mango Seed actually caught this one. In fact, I think he spoke about it in the Grove, I'm not sure. He says that every time he sees Luna actually put in these rising channels or these rising wedges, it more often than not it breaks to the upside. And that is because Luna right now is in this really, really aggressive bull trend. Right? It is still in a bull market. Hell, even during this little sort of, if you want to call it a slight trend / consolidation phase from August all the way to September, during this entire phase, guys, Luna was putting in a series of higher lows and higher highs. When you see signatures like this is still a bullish trend. And this is something that cannot be ignored. So even when you see these bearish patterns, right, these rising channels and rising wedges, they're usually known as bearish patterns, and people tend to front run them. And I always implore you guys to never front run patterns like this, because on a structural standpoint, this is bullish. What makes it bearish is the break of the pattern to the downside. It's that break right there that makes it bearish. Before the break, this is still bullish. It's a bullish trend. And what we're seeing here is a bullish trend see continuation to the upside. If the trend is this bullish and you're seeing a bullish structure being put in, I would not be giving that much precedent to the rising channel or the rising wedge that you're seeing on the chart and front run that and try to short a coin like Luna. So now this structure can also give us a target to the upside. Our first target to the upside for Luna on the 4-day time frame would come in at around $81. Okay, now that is the first target on our chart. Now I told you that we'll be talking about additional targets, right? Because I mean, this is blue sky breakout for Luna. It is bullish. We have a breakout. So, but question is, people are like, where to from here? All right, so now the first target I have here is $81 based on this beautiful rising wedge. Now the second few targets I have for you guys, I have derived those from my system where I essentially take price action into account here. Okay, and for that, let's get a drum roll, shall we? And boom! Alrighty, so here we are. I'm saying that if Luna closes anywhere along that $80 region, we go up to $98 next stop. Alright, we start taking out $98.74, 121, here we come. That almost rhymed. All right, 121, here we come. But from where price is at right now to $98, that's going to be good 34% to the upside. From there to 121, that's going to be good 66% to the upside. These are the most immediate moves that I'm looking at for Luna. Could we see continuation from then on? Of course we can, right? But we'll have to sort of assess the trend, assess the signature of the trend, and then come up with additional targets. But these are the major targets I have for you for today on Luna's higher time frame. So $98 and $121. Now, of course, this is for all those of you who are currently in a Luna trade. But now for those of you who want a position in Luna and you're wondering, should I buy here? Should I just wait for another dip? Well, for that, let's get on over to the 4-hour time frame, because the lower time frames will really tell us whether or not we could see a potential move to the downside. You'll notice that Luna is currently trending on something much lower than even the 4-hour time frame, but I wanted to draw your attention here because I'm seeing certain patterns at play, certain price structures at play. Right, we can actually go ahead and draw out a beautiful bull flag on the 4-hour time frame. However, please note that this bull flag has not been activated yet. For those of you who like playing patterns, it is very important that you see some sort of activation of the pattern before jumping into a trade, especially if that is all you're trading off of and there's no other sort of indicators that you're using to boost that trade setup of yours. Okay, so now this is a potential play on the 4-hour time frame where we're seeing a bull flag symmetrical triangle. However, if we now get on over to the 1-hour time frame, you'll notice that yes, while this can be looked at as a bull flag symmetrical triangle, you can actually also play out a plausible M-like formation on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, and the neckline of this bearish, yes, this is a bearish pattern, M-like formation would come in somewhere around here. Okay, now the neckline of the M-like formation comes in at around $71.53. So what I'm essentially saying here, for those of you looking to position in Luna, if Luna actually starts breaking $71.53, we could see that dip to the downside. Okay, we're looking for that next higher low to be set in. So if I go ahead and take the measured move of the M-like formation and I plot it on the break, all right, this is considering that we break. If we break that to the downside, then the next opportunity for Luna comes in at around $64.93. If you get on over to the 4-hour time frame, you'll notice that it lines up with the 21 EMA as well as the Tenkin right there. It's essentially between that zone. Okay, so we could see that play out, but look for price to take out $71.48 to the downside, because that will give us our next potential entry on Luna. Now, as far as upside is concerned, guys, look for Luna to honestly break the symmetrical triangle to the upside. We start breaking to the upside, well, here we come. $81. We close over $81, then I'm saying further up we go. The max target I have on my chart right now is at $121. Alrighty, now this is all I have for you for as far as Luna is concerned. Let me know what your thoughts are on this chart. I think it's bloody bullish here, and even if it does come down, I'm looking for Luna to honestly put in another higher low. Okay, higher low, that is going to be an opportunity for those of you looking to bid, but please always have your invalidation points in place, because that's what's going to keep you safe from bad trades. Alrighty, now for those of you who want me to cover any other altcoin that you are looking at, yesterday I covered Matic, which is looking absolutely phenomenal. Go ahead and check out that video. I'll be linking that at the end of this video, so go ahead and check out Matic. But for those of you who want me to cover other charts, make sure to mention it in the comments section below, and I will try and get to them whenever I can. Cool beans with this, guys. Trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao.